Howdy, my name's Jim. I'm going to do a review on this Kobalt 12-in-1 screwdriver. And this thing's pretty interesting. It's actually kind of a ratcheting, they call it a double drive. And this is not like your old school ratchet that you turn and it turns one way. This one, it turns on both ways. As you can see right here, this is turning as I forward it and go back to grab more, to turn more. Now this is a wonderful, pretty wonderful idea, great idea, except for a couple of things. You got to work at it. Now before I get to that, I want to look at my notes here, and I want to share exactly well, what this comes with. They're 3.5-inch bits, and they're 2-in-1 bits, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and it's got for the standard, it's got a 3/16 and a 1/4 inch. Oh, that's a square. Forgive me. Eyes are failing me. And these all go in the handle, which seems to be pretty good. It almost feels like a little loose, but I still haven't lost one yet. This has, as for a Phillips, it has a number 1, 2, and 3 for the T. It has the Torx bits. It has T10, T15, T20, and T25, and the square bit has a square bit. It's number 1, number 2, and number 3 on these, and they all store in the handle pretty well. Like I said, I haven't had any of them fall out as of yet. And it's got this screwdriver has a pretty good grip, and it has a quick release, which I want to show you here. I'm going to do a couple of screws here and just kind of show you some of the good and some of the maybe not so good. I wouldn't say bad. And this is one of the things that I've had the screwdriver a couple weeks now, and it's a little hesitant to go in, but I'm going to say that is a good sign or indicator that it's not going to come out when you're using it. And I haven't had it pop out when I'm using it, unless of course I didn't get it seated properly. Now I got a fan here I'm going to try to do some unscrewing on, and take this fan out here, the motor itself, and I want to show you on something like this. It's relatively easy to ratchet back and forth to pull your screws. Just so easy. I mean, it's a simple. If you catch the right place, it flips back up to change direction, and you can put it back in with ease. Now, this is the difference in this screwdriver. On mechanical items, I'm going to tell you that this is an amazing tool. This is a move in the right direction by Kobalt. This is going to make not using an electric or using a drill, a cordless drill, you're just not going to need to for the electrical applications. I want to pull this down because this is when things change here, and it doesn't make this screwdriver a bad screwdriver. It just makes it not best for this application. Now what I got is, it's more of a concrete screw, and I think I've got a drywall screw in my pocket here that I brought, and I'm gonna, yeah, that will work. I'm gonna show you what we run into here. Now I'm gonna press this down pretty good, get a little bit of a start, and I'm gonna show you initially. Well, first off, you got your problem of you're spinning around here. So if we go down and, yeah, See the hardness. There we go. We're getting it a little bit. All right. Now I got it started. I know, there we go. All right. Now what you run into here is you can't grip this thing tight enough to go back the second direction. So it just becomes a ratcheting screwdriver at this point, which is still good. You're only doing half the work, but you'd have to be a pretty big fella to grab this thing and ratchet down to where you can get forward movement out of both directions, forward and back. So, and I'm just, I guess, not a big enough fella to do so, but great for mechanical applications, not so great for wood and anything that provides any real resistance. I'm going to move up here to, I think this is a T15, or I mean a T25. Now, I've got a couple holes. This is an old piece of wood that I had here. Verify my size here. And I have a couple holes in it because, you know, I just wanted to give this thing every benefit of the doubt. And initially, we get some turning. But as soon as this thing gets tight, that's it, we're done. But once again, great ratcheting. I would hate to put this much in by hand. I, of course, would want to go with cordless. But what we're really talking about on this Kobalt ratcheting screwdriver is this. What application is going to best fit? Right tool for right job, right? This, for this job, no way. And I wouldn't want to screw that much in. You're doing any kind of hanging a picture or something like that, might be fine to go into the sheetrock, but when you're talking about going, once you hit that stud, you're done. You just got a ratcheting screwdriver at that point. And it is quite weighty, so it's going to wear you out if you're doing work up here for any amount of time. So my recommendation on this is it's an amazing tool, best suited for your mechanical applications. I would love to have had this when I was working on working on cars, pulling stuff together, pulling stuff apart, and just it's a great application. As soon as you break that screw loose, man, it's easy. You're just going. But as for any kind of construction application, just not sure. Maybe for heat and air. But other than that, great tool, great job, Kobalt. Great grip, easy to handle, a little weighty, but I understand it got quite a mechanism in here. And longevity wise, I'm not sure. I've only had it a couple weeks, but I do have a little bit of a concern about whether these bits will fall out. And by the way, I don't know if I said so, these bits are 3.5 inches long. I did some work in my home with this thing, tightening up, I'll sell in my house and tighten up door handles and minor things like that. And this worked like a charm. Got in there, had enough bit to do so. And I could choose from all these different bits. It suited just about every application I come up with. And it will take a standard bit, not out of here. You can use, I think I got another bit here. It'll use separate bits too if you had to. So just saying, great product, just proper application. Appreciate your time. Thanks.